Woo! What's going on, peeps? As per usual, welcome back to more esports talk. Hope you guys are all sipping on something, whether it be some water, whether it be some coffee. Welcome back to the show. Some other news out there this past weekend, which was, I guess some might say shocking, others might say expected. That being a Fortnite pro, a very well-known one, especially in the North American space, one of the very best, that being Zayt. We covered him just less than 3 weeks ago, retiring from the Fortnite scene. This was huge news because Fortnite had seen declining prize pools, plenty of names had already previously left, then unfortunately, of course, Zayt retiring as well was gigantic news. Shortly afterwards, FNCS did announce $20 million in prize pool, as well as some upcoming events we saw with an event like DreamHack, of which Zayt did return for a short period of time with Benji and is now officially returned to Fortnite competitive. I want to quickly say sorry for miswording my tweet on this. He clearly missed competition because less than 3 weeks later, what he claims is not because of the prize pool. He could be making a lot more money just sitting back and streaming, but he really missed competing. He is now back in the Fortnite scene, which is a big W for this past weekend. As shortly after tweeting, "I ain't built for this streaming crap," he did say, "If I didn't play DreamHack with Benji, I probably wouldn't be saying that, but I really miss competing already. The only reasons I would want to stream would be to get enough money for the rest of my life." Part 1 of 2. As he did continue, "I'm at a point where I would regret not competing and wasting my gift for the game. With that said, yes, I am coming back. Sorry for everyone that I affected negatively." And again, my apologies. I wanted to point out that obviously 20 million in prize pool plus other events this year will be, it's going to be intense. It's going to be immense, much more than other scenes out there. So in my tweet, I kind of made light of, obviously, if he does come back, he does miss competing, but no one's going to blame the kid for coming back at just a teenager, right? You have a chance to even take a small percentage of that. And he did note, yes, obviously him as well as some other big names out there, when they do step away, can make tons of money streaming, as we've talked a lot about in the show, but clearly does miss competing. I have never covered a Fortnite pro who unretires, especially a very, very well-known one and prominent figure like Zayt, to retire and then unretire within a 3-week span. A very cool story and a very cool W for the Fortnite scene, which they have not seen too many of. Certainly probably a lot more of the opposite, but certainly some good news for Zayt, and best of luck in his competing future. We will see what he does throughout this year. Now, a weird circumstance other than that this past weekend involving Device. In case you guys missed it, CSGO has been dropping a lot out there, including a brand new capsule, what they're calling the RMR capsule for 2020, which, if you guys are avid CSGO fans and viewers, is kind of weird because mostly capsules like this, when they are looking like major capsules, they have stickers of teams, are particularly from majors, of which in 2020, like a lot of esports out there, we didn't see any big events from CSGO in terms of we saw 0 majors. So a lot of people were confused when they released what looks to be a major capsule, including a guy like Device. Was he calling out 100 Thieves in this tweet? I don't think so. I think he was more so making light of Valve for dropping a capsule, a major capsule, of which 100 Thieves, Gen G, who no longer have CSGO rosters, were still included. As once that capsule was released alongside a very important ruling around all coaches being punished, we'll talk about in a second, it was Device saying, "Feels good to be a challenging team for the next major. Also, really happy that Valve decided to punish all coaches instead of the ones that cheated. Seems like the only reasonable option. I love Valve, and Valve loves coaches," with clear sarcasm in that tweet. He followed up by saying, "Maybe we can challenge the legendary major team 100 Thieves at the Stockholm Major in 2021. And this being an obvious joke, I think more so towards Valve, who, by the way, in this capsule, it was any teams out there or lineups who competed in the Road to Rio or at least had acquired points to the next major, which never happened. 100 Thieves, Gen G included. There are other teams out there that it might be a bit confusing in the capsule, and of which in that capsule, there are 3 different classifications for these capsules. And if you're a CSGO fan, you know exactly as to why 100 Thieves found themselves in the legendary capsule, as Astralis found themselves in the Challenger capsule. That's what he is making light of, and he wants to compete against, or maybe they'll see 100 Thieves in 2021 at our next major. Hopefully it happens in Stockholm, Sweden. He's making the joke because 100 Thieves no longer has a roster. I don't think he's calling out 100 Thieves. I think he's, rightfully so, a bit upset because it was a double whammy. In case you guys missed our video, check it out. It was CSGO punishing all coaches, even those who did not cheat. So I believe in a moment of anger, Device is like, yeah, Valve clearly loves coaches because even a coach like Zonic Astralis' coach has also been punished in online matches, which, by the way, following the investigation, which saw 37 coaches in the CSGO scene issued bans for a spectating bug, well, now in 2021 for online CSGO matches, no coaches are pretty much allowed. So for, coaches who are innocent, like Zonic of Astralis, they've also been punished. So do I blame Device for tweeting this? Not in the slightest. I'm sure a lot of people would agree, but some people out there, if you're thinking he's only targeting 100 Thieves, I think he's just making light of the entire update, being that, hey, Valve has another capsule. There was no major in 2020, and some of the teams in those capsules who are technically labeled ahead of Astralis don't even have rosters anymore. So interesting circumstance, that's for sure. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. All right, take a sip for me. Drink some water, drink some coffee. I'll catch you back here next time. Take care.
Yeah.